and welcome to our poolside chat with Playa Tesoro. We have John, Christine, and Natalia, and we're here today to talk to you about our recent yoga retreat that we had here at Playa Tesoro from March 7th to 14th with the Yoga Lab from Victoria. And the theme of the retreat was Soul and Sea. And Natalia will tell you a little bit more about the integration of Soul and Sea into the retreat.
So the theme was Soul and Sea, and every day we had yoga sessions as well as surf sessions out on the water. And a lot of what we were doing during the yoga practice was integrated with what we were doing on the water with two local surf instructors from a nearby village, as well as keeping in mind that Nicaraguan mentality of going with the flow and going with the waves. So something that we were saying a lot during the retreat is you can't stop the waves, but you can learn how to surf. And every day we would go with the flow of the schedule, see where the day would take us, and we would do the same with our practice and on the water.
It was 2 or 3 sessions of yoga a day? Was there 3? I can't remember. There's definitely 2.
2, and then sometimes we would have another little session during the day, like we did a yoga philosophy session one day, a breathwork session.
Yeah, the instructors were awesome, though. And then we had at least one day where we went to León, which is a colonial city about 30 kilometers away. Second largest city in Nicaragua, followed by Managua being the capital city. And that was great. In León, we went to Via Via and did salsa dancing with Saeed, the manager here at Tesoro.
Yes, and we got a lovely surprise for salsa night because we thought we were just going to be going out there
I
to
was
salsa
petrified.
dance,
I'm like,
but
oh my
then
God, salsa.
Saeed surprised us
As
with
usual.
a teacher, a private teacher. So we had an hour-long session of learning how to salsa dance, and I think that it was a very humbling and funny experience.
Oh, it was hilarious.
And
that was only an hour? It felt longer.
It
was amazing.
It did.
And what I liked about that too was everyone just jumped in and did it. There was no one like, oh no, I'm not going to do it. I don't want to be in. No, everyone just jumped in and.
Actually, that kind of leads into the whole group. The whole group, it really worked out well. Like everybody got along great.
Yeah.
Yes.
The flow was perfect.
The dynamic of the crew was just very comfortable and playful, and everybody was having this experience together for the first time, and the group was just awesome. The reason that it worked out so well that we ended up staying at Tesoro most of the time was because the group got on so well and everyone enjoyed spending time with each other so much. Like between the surf sessions and the yoga sessions, there were those moments where we would all gather together like in different parts of Tesoro in the pool and hang out, play music, read, talk. Like it felt like a little family forming during that week together.
It really, and actually one of my favorite memories though is walking over to this pool.
Yes.
And you were all the group was sitting in here and everyone was reading. And I was
with their floaties.
I thought this is amazing, because most people like to read, but for a whole group to be sitting there reading, I thought, oh my gosh,
awesome.
I loved it.
That is such a special moment.
I love that moment,
and I think a shout out to Johnny and Aubrey, the 2 leaders from Yoga Lab, and Sheena for help putting it all together.
Yeah.
I mean, they were fantastic too.
Oh, they were awesome.
I'm slightly biased because Aubrey's my daughter.
Yeah.
But she did great, and Johnny was amazing.
And I found Johnny was really helpful prior to the group arriving. She really helped us pull together the last sort of loose ends that we had, and just really helped set up the units and helped us just visualize what.
Oh yeah, setting up the shala.
I don't know how to explain, just pulling those loose ends together. Setting up the shala and just setting up little, and you as well, with the plants, the idea of the plants and the sails.
Everything.
And everyone kind of came together.
The vision.
That's why people love Nicaragua so much, is because the people are all they're on board. They're helpful.
Right.
And we have a group chat where we're still sending messages until this day.
That's awesome.
We miss it so much. We miss being there. We miss the energy. So I think it was a really special experience for everybody. Yeah.
Definitely. It was.
Retreats are amazing, just an isolated block of time in people's life.
Yeah.
Where they can just be there and be present.
Right. Because why do people go to a retreat? There's always a reason. You can choose to spend a week at a resort or going to a different city, but when people choose to go to a retreat, there's a reason. There's something happening in their life that brings them to that place at that time.
Yeah.
I think people came here seeking for something, whether it was growth in their practice or personal growth or relationships. I think that everyone was able to leave gaining something.
I agree.
I've personally been shocked how much the surfing aspect of the retreat goes up. You know, every time we're like more and more people, even if they think they're not here for surfing, in the end they come here for the surfing. You know, and the surfing in Nicaragua is legendary. I mean, it's well known.
Yeah. And even out here, like we have amazing waves out here for all different levels.
Right.
Right. And you could do multiple sessions in one day because it's a beach break.
Yeah.
And the instructors did such a good job explaining the surfing, from like having us lay down on a yoga mat on the floor and showing us how different yoga poses would translate into surfing.
Yeah.
And then working on like the balance board, and then getting out there, and like the first couple of days just being in the whitewash, and then moving on into the green water days. Like it did like such a slow progression.
Yeah.
And it was so nice that we had the whole week to do it instead of just having like one session or two sessions.
I think that's kind of the key. Is you have to kind of commit a period of time, which is why I can't surf very well. Because you need to commit to a certain block of time and just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. But everybody advanced like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was amazing over the course of 1 week. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's thanks to those awesome surf instructors, O'Neill and Anthony. Like they were really great.
Yeah, O'Neill and Anthony, exactly.
Oh, and you went volcano boarding.
Yes.
Right.
So there was one group that you guys had the city day, and then my group, we went volcano boarding, and that was also spectacular. We got to the city, we had a little bit of time to roam around, and then we hopped on the chicken buses, so those old big school buses that drove us out into the volcano.
Yeah, Cerro Negro.
Yeah, to Cerro Negro. And it was a short hike up. It was about like 45 minutes to get to the top. So you hike up, you have your gear, you have like the big suit on, and you have the board, and the company, which is Volcano Day. Say the manager is really well acquainted with them. They give you the whole safety talk.
Were you nervous or scared or anything?
I mean, I was super nervous, but the company made me feel really safe because they gave like a really good rundown about what you're supposed to do, how you could do it safely, and you send it down this mountain on a volcano. Like there's literally nowhere else in the world that you get to do
it's the only
something
place
like
in the world.
this.
So you had that, and while the crew was in León,
we went to the Ruben Dario Museum, which is a fantastic museum, beautifully laid out. Great collection of artists and artisans from Nicaragua and from around the world.
Right, I think it cost like $3, right?
Yep, it was $3.40.
Wow.
Right. Yeah, you're doing the bookkeeping, so
so that was pretty amazing. And then and then the group. Keep in mind, León gets very, very hot during the day, and we were there sort of mid-afternoon. So we ended up going to Coca-Cola, and many of the group paid the additional, I think it was $2. To use their pool. So we had great food, great drinks. They were swimming.
Coca-Cola is a vegetarian place in León.
Yeah.
And they have a couple of rooms they rent, and also they have you can do a day pass and use the pool.
Yeah.
So it's like a perfect little oasis right in town.
We were able to go to the store next door, which is Rise Up, Stand Up, and learn about screen printing on their T-shirts and how they use
use all recycled cloth and materials to make different types of T-shirts that they send out all over Nicaragua.
So and then I think we also did a boat trip. So on the back of the property is a big estuary system.
Did you go on that?
I did not go.
No, I didn't go either.
Yeah, I didn't go either, but I set them off. So you can go fishing back there and other stuff. These guys didn't want to go fishing, but they just did a tour back there.
Well, you can see the volcanoes from back there as well. So it's nice if you go at sunset because you can see the volcano.
Momotombo.
And
Momotombito.
And then I think another really special part of our day was all the meals that we had, right?
Oh, yeah.
We had amazing food, amazing drinks, and all really delicious, fresh and local ingredients.
Yeah, lots of fresh fruit.
Lots of fresh fruit.
You are the master with the blender.
Yes.
So we would do a different cocktail every single night. And I usually kind of pair it to what we were eating.
Yes.
So we did like passion fruit mojitos. We did a hibiscus spritz, which is awesome because hibiscus is found all over Nicaragua.
Right.
We did different types of margaritas and flavors, and always wanted to make sure that all the fruits that we were using were super fresh. Everything was really delicious. It was like a highlight at the end of the night having that like really nice high quality cocktail.
Yes. Oh, I know another trip that you did. You guys all jumped in the back of the Hilux and went down to the end of the island
for sunset.
That
was amazing. So we all jumped in the pickup truck, the whole group, drove all the way down, watched the most amazing sunset with these massive waves crashing up on the beach.
Yeah, it's such a nice spot.
And we all went looking for seashells, and I think we must have found like 4 or 5 sand dollars and big conches.
Yeah, a lot of
and
good
it was
shells down there.
amazing. Yeah.
That's like Shell Central down there.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, I don't know how it, like, a lot of the shells don't get all beaten up. They're pretty kept
Yeah.
together down there.
At the
the
rocky
punta, yeah.
or around the
Just past the Punta.
yeah.
Yeah, like some beaches, the shells get all kind of beaten up a little bit.
Yeah.
But for some reason down there, they're mostly whole, like quite a bit of whole shells.
Huh.
It's kind of cool.
No, I mean, I have to say, like, what's incredible is the whole time that you're driving down there, it's just empty beach
Yes.
for kilometers
So
and
weird, huh?
kilometers. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you really can't get that in many places.
No,
No.
that's many
Yeah.
places in the world. No.
That's one of the most special things about this place.
Yeah.
I actually just remembered another part of the retreat that was so memorable. It was the fire pit.
Oh my God!
yeah.
How can I forget the fire pit?
Fire pit.
Kudos to Saeed for the fire pit.
We have an amazing beachfront fire pit here that can fit. How many people can?
I think that's the
I don't
nicest
know.
fire pit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like
it's
40,
amazing.
probably up to like,
Yeah.
I'd like to say 40 people.
It's,
I don't know.
It's incredible. And it was one of the last nights of the retreat where Johnny had all of us write down something that we learned from the retreat and something that we want to let go of.
Right, and then we put the paper into
throw
the fire.
them into the fire.
Yeah, that was-
everything in the fire. Yeah.
I love that.
And then you have the fire in front of you, and then you look up, and just like millions of stars everywhere.
The stars and
The
the
stars are
sunset in
insane
Nicaragua
here.
are madness.
yeah.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
is. It's,
I was just saying to someone like yesterday, like, I don't know what it is about Nicaragua, but the sunsets are like, they're nice in Maui, they're nice in Mexico, nice in a lot of places, but Nicaragua was by far the best, eh? Mm-hmm. Don't you think?
well, I think so, but I haven't been to like South Africa or
Maybe you guys
Zimbabwe
are a little bit biased,
or
though, because
yeah.
you love it here.
Exactly. That's
We're
just
biased.
it. We're not biased. Yeah.
They're amazing.
They are amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.